Hello YouTube, my name is Brian from NY Blade EDC, and today on the table I have the Gen 3 Eclipse with the Harpoon Tanto. But before I get into the knife, I just want to talk about this, that I got recognized to be part of the Rugged Elite, which is a pretty cool honor for me. Anthony puts this on, and they nominate people, and they vote on it, and I was voted in. So I got this, the sticker, the card, and my Rugged Elite bullet with my member number on there. I'm number 16, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to the guys who nominated me and voted me in, and it's a great honor, and I'm ready to keep going with the stuff. So let's get on to the content here. So Gen 3 Eclipse, it's now on the triway pivot system, which is 2 thumbs up. I love the triway system. It gives you the choice to put in whatever pivot system you want. So you got bearings, you got Teflon, and you got phosphor bronze, which is fantastic. So 3.5 inch blade. Let's get into the numbers here. 3.5 inch blade, 20 CV, my favorite steel. You got a 4.75 inch handle of titanium over here, and the G10 liner or scale, and an overall length of 8.25 inches, and it weighs 5.6 ounces. So it's a little hefty, but for the size, that's actually pretty good. It's definitely carries its weight well. So we'll get into a size comparison here. We got some Hinderers to show off. One of my favorite knives ever is my Warney XM18. I had a little brain fart there and almost forgot the name of the knife, even though it's one of my favorites. So it is almost the same exact length. This is actually a hair longer. I don't even know if I have them lined up correctly, so that's the tough part with this. But I think this is just a smidge longer than the XM18, but that's the 3.5 inch. And I have a 3 inch here, one of my recent ones that I picked up. So as you can see, it's about a 1/2 inch longer on each side. So, or 1/4 inch, I mean, excuse me. And then the typical ones here, we got the Ontario Rat Model 1, about the exact same size. Excuse me, I'm burping here. And a PM2, one of my favorite PM2s ever. So as you can see, it's, if you have a PM2 Rat XM18, it's in that weight category. I like to say weight category, not size. But all right, into my rating system. So the size, so I look at this knife, and right off the bat, you got a 3.5 inch blade, which is wheelhouse for me. Perfect, and it can't get any better in my opinion. It handles whatever you want to throw at it. It's not too big. Not too many people get scared by this size of blade, but you never know what kind of snowflakes you'll run into. But 3.5 inch blade, it's got a good full size handle to grip onto. In the pocket, its presence isn't massive. It's actually more of a slender knife. It's a little bit smaller width-wise than the XM18. So, and then speaking of actual width, it's the same thickness as the XM18. So in the pocket, it's pretty similar to the XM18. It's just not as wide this way. So when it's in the pocket, you get a little bit more room for your hand to slide in. So it's definitely very nice. The Hinderer clip has a little bit, about that much, allows it to stick out, so you got something to grab onto, which is nice. I like that a little bit better than an actual complete deep carry. But so yeah, size, gave it a 17 out of 20, because this thing is just perfect length, perfect thickness. It's not too big in the pocket, and all that. So the grinds are nice on this, just had to put that in there. But all right, onto ergos. So I personally prefer the XM18 ergos to this, but I still think this is very good. So when I handle this, it fills my fingers more, and it doesn't really get into the palm as much, especially when I put my thumb there. It's more just a finger knife. So even though it's such a large knife, it's more of a finger knife. With the XM18, you got, fills the palm up pretty good, fills the hand. So this is a little slender when it comes to actually holding it, but the finger grooves are like perfect spot. This jimping down here is nice. You don't slide along it or anything. That ramp right there is nice, so you're not going to push forward onto the blade. Obviously the flipper tab's there too, but Thumb ramp isn't really a thumb ramp, it's more of just a kind of a slight incline with some jimping, which is a little weak in my opinion, that jimping right there, but pretty good. So when you put your thumb or your finger here on the XM18, you have jimping there that you can kind of like cheese grade your fingers up on. Just having to put that, hit the mat, just right there, no jimping is nice because it doesn't tear your finger up. Nice and soft on your finger when you land. But yeah, so it's just a little slender, but it's still a very filling knife if you have a small hand. So Ergo's 15 out of 20. Fit and finish, it's a Hinderer. There's not much to say. I keep saying that. Everyone I've had so far is centered. All the milling is done very, very nicely. In there, the lock bar relief cutout is nice. It's got the diagonal pattern. All the screws fit in nice and flush. No burrs on the edges of them. These clip screws are nice. Filler tab fills in that tab area really snugly. No gaps or nothing. All the spacers in there sit nice. They're not popping off the sides, I guess you could say. Screws on this side are sitting flush. No burrs on this. They actually, as a minor one, but that's from me messing with the pivot, so I'm not gonna put that on them. But lock up, it's about 30-ish%, maybe 25. A little early, but I still like it in that range. So there's no lock stick at all and no blade play. So fit and finish, gave it a 16 out of 20, and it's dang near perfect. So action, as you guys can see, flipping this is a breeze. It likes to drop shut. It's more of a hydraulic drop shut, and that's kind of what I really like right there in my Hinderers. This is probably the best action on all of my Hinderers. It drops shut nice and freely, as you guys can see. Flipping it is a breeze. You can light switch it. You can, or that was a button push. You can button push it. You can light switch it. And this is the only Hinderer I have zero issue with even spidey flicking it or thumb studs. So it's a very nice action on this. So action, I gave it a 17 out of 20. It's just super smooth. It's buttered, drops shut, and it's fantastic. So 17 out of 20. And on to the price. And this is like every other Hinderer. It's $425. I can always say that the quality is there and the fit and finish is there and you're getting a great tool, but I always just think Hinderers are a little bit expensive for, you know, the normal person. So $425, you're getting a fantastic tool, but I'd like to see even this in the XM18 down around like the 400 mark. Just the 25 bucks extra is a little bit much for me. And then don't get me started on how the 3-inch is the same price, but we won't go into that detail. But that's really all I gotta say about this. So when you add it all up, you got a 79 out of 100. And I say if you can pick one of these Gen 3s up, the Harpoon Tantos, say you do it. Check it out. Give yourself a chance to form an opinion on it. I'm glad I bought one. I wasn't sure until I got the handle one, actually. That's why I bought one. Same thing with a 3-inch. Same day I got the handle of the 3-inch, I got the handle of the Eclipse. And I ended up buying both of them within 2 weeks. So definitely a fantastic knife. Give it a try. And, you know, who knows, maybe it'll become one of your favorite knives. I really do enjoy it. It's 79 out of 100. 2 thumbs up. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're not subbed, please do so. Leave a like, comment. And I hope to see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.